Starting, of course, with Nigeria's multi-award-winning Tier 1 financial institution, Zenith Bank, hosting the African Continental Free Trade Area Secretariat in Lagos today for an agreement signing. Now, the agreement is between Zenpay Limited, a wholly owned subsidiary of Zenith Bank PLC, and the African Continental Free Trade Area Secretariat for the design and build of the smart AFCFTA portal to facilitate trade within Africa. Here's the GMD CEO of Zenith Bank.
The good thing, the very central thing we want to achieve is that I can be here and I can do a trade in Kenya. I can do a trade in Kenya, it's settled in Kenyan shilling. That's because there is a corresponding trade from Kenya that needs to be settled in Naira. So at the end of the day, like I said, there will be an algorithm for determining the exchange rate. It could be reference to maybe a ruling rate of one of the convertible currency, but the important thing is that you can do the transaction. Imagine a situation where I have 2 million naira to do a transaction, but I can't find the dollars. I have somebody who is in Ghana that wants to do equivalent of 2 million naira transaction in Nigeria, but he can't find the dollars. He has his CDs, I have my naira. So what PAS will do? PAS will come in and bridge it that both of us don't need to look for the dollars. We can, at both sides of the divide, carry out our transaction and the settlement. I think the most important thing is the fact that we can do this. And once we do it, you know what will happen? The velocity of trade and the repeat businesses will begin to bring about momentum that will change everything. And exchange rate is a dynamic thing. Over time, like it's generally said, water will find its level. Over time, we'll be able to say, yes, 1 naira is equivalent to this in cedis. 1 naira is equivalent to this in shillings. So it's going to be something dynamic, and we want to encourage everyone that if we really need Africa to grow, everybody has to commit to this. And it's for the good of all.
In 2020, as Group MD mentioned, I came here, we were in this boardroom to discuss collaboration between the AFCFTA Secretariat and Zenith Bank. Not just from the purpose, from the point of view of making profit, but from the point of view of how Zenith Bank can contribute to Africa's economic development. And that conversation was very meaningful for me, and it is culminating in the agreement that we're going to sign today. It is true that the chairman of the bank, Chairman Ovia, offered support. I often joke that I've never been offered $1 million before. It was the first time I was offered $1 million. And we intend to make sure that that investment goes into full use to launch the platform so that it becomes a successful tool for Africa's integration.
As we all know, the African Continental Free Trade Area has a mandate to eliminate barriers to intra-African trade. And with 54 African countries already signed on to this agreement as of January 2024, the stage is fully set for the liberalization of trade within Africa. Zenpay is a wholly owned subsidiary of Zenith Bank PLC, as I said earlier, and it was set up specifically to provide digital banking solutions across the African continent.
Tech initiative, which is one of the verticals that is coming under our HoldCo structure. In doing this, we are looking at the economic emancipation of Africa. We are looking at prosperity in Africa. We are looking at creating a connected Africa where Africans can trade together. Why do I have to go to Taiwan to look for an item I can get in, say, Burundi or an item I can get in Senegal. So if we trade within us, like I said before, the money shouldn't be going to the wrong hands. If you think of the cost of payment, the cost of the correspondent bank charges and everything is significant. So all we are after in Zenith is not about profit motive, it's about the fact that we, given where we are, given our prowess in terms of deployment of technology, that we need to stand by African Continental Free Trade Area to really bring a connected African market that will foster economic integration, foster collaboration, foster a lot more, uniformity in terms of customs and practices and everything. So once we start doing it, over time, we are going to see growth and improvement in terms of African trade. Ours is just a prosperous Africa.
I'm very, very pleased with the collaboration with Zenith Bank. We started this journey 4 years ago, and today we signed an agreement that will enable the establishment of what we call Smart AFCFTA, which is a digital technology that brings trade to our SMEs, to young entrepreneurs, to address this very, very important challenge of inclusion in trade. And of course, also for us to boost intra-Africa trade and to make sure that we create opportunities for trade in this market. So Zenith Bank is a strong partner to us, and we very much look forward to the ongoing collaboration.
We're excited to be part of the signing ceremony of between Zenpay and AFCFTA. It's a significant milestone in Africa in terms of facilitating trading between organizations in Africa. This will spur a lot of growth opportunity for African-based organizations, small, medium organizations, large corporate. And we as Microsoft, we are excited to be part of this partnership. Our partnership with Zenith Bank Group dates back to several years, and we've been on the journey of transformation with Zenith Bank on different fronts. But this is really significant because it has a lot of impact African-wide. Microsoft heritage in Africa dates back to over 3 decades, and we've been in existence in Nigeria for more than 2 decades, working with large organizations and small and medium businesses using technology to help them to transform. We embark on this journey with Zenith Bank on ensuring that we have the right platform that the portal will sit on, using the different engines within our ecosystem and our partner, as well as bringing the expertise and the subject matter experts within Microsoft to sit with Zenith Bank to brainstorm on how we can bring this platform to life. And I'm excited that we have the framework, and we have our partners that will be working with us to build this platform that we enable a lot of innovation within Africa, intertrade engagement within different organizations.